What was keeping you from doing it, and what was pushing him for you to do it? What was keeping you from saying, I need to do this?
I knew I had to do something because everybody was suffering around me, including myself, and Colby needed change.
What kind of impact between the swelling of your whole body, the stiffness, the pain, the sore throat, and the fatigue, what kind of impact did that have on you day to day? Like, did it have an impact on you personally, professionally, emotionally?
All of them. Every single aspect of my life was affected by this because I no longer could walk pretty much or put my own clothes on, or even to drive a vehicle was really painful. To touch the steering wheel, to turn the steering wheel, even to shoulder check. My neck was so stiff, I felt like it was going to break when I turned my neck.
Been there.
And yeah, it was, and it was scary. So I'm a pretty social person, and my social avenue with my friends really depleted because I was pretty upset and more in a negative space. And my relationship with my kids was impacted because I wasn't fun anymore. I was this debilitated person that couldn't really function like I used to. And me and my husband's relationship was strained too, because a lot of everything that I used to do fell on him, and he had to do it all. Had to deal with a sick person.
Okay. So, Colby, what was it like? I mean, how long of a period of time does this get worse and worse? And what was it like for you having to see her suffer more and more?
It was pretty like draining and sad, I guess, is the main thing behind it, is just to see her go from a happy, joyful person to somebody that some days couldn't get out of bed, or if she had to go do stuff, I had to like literally help her get dressed, help her put her clothes on in the morning and take them off at night before she went to bed.
So it's serious when people say they get married for better or for worse in sickness and in health. We don't anticipate that it's so early that it becomes sickness.
Yeah, and it just puts a lot of strain on everybody. It just watch her. The biggest thing was emotionally kind of deplete, and I wouldn't say give up, but just the hope, it just kind of starts fading away a little bit of is she ever going to feel better.
I'm in the US, you in Canada. How did you find out about me? How did you find out about our program?
Well, I wanted to, because obviously I've been working with rheumatologists and other doctors, and they just wanted to push hard drugs. And I've always even before my diagnosis, I've always liked the natural way or interested in it.
Yeah.
So honestly, like once I started to get really bad symptoms, then I just started Googling, and I would have a bath every night because that's what I needed to feel better. And I would sit in the bath for 2 hours Googling. Like that's what I would do. I would just research and research and research. And then I just come along your website. I was in a autoimmune Facebook page, like a Facebook group.
Yeah.
And we're mentioning your name.
Yeah.
And then I just got onto your page, and then I just started looking at the interviews and the stories and the water challenge, like the free water challenge that you guys were offering.
Yeah.
I started that before I, made an interview to kind of pursue your course further. And then that's when I started talking about Colby about it. And it was a good, I don't know, probably 4 months or longer of talking to Colby about your program before he's like, Lisa, you need to do it.
So this is the interesting thing. Typically I have it the other way around. I have the person who's actually suffering with the autoimmunity trying to convince a spouse that they should be allowed to do it. So that's the typical dynamic. And here it was the opposite, where what was keeping you from doing it and what was pushing him for you to do it? What was keeping you from saying, I need to do this?
I was honestly a little like, oh my goodness, is this for real? Like, are people being paid to make these videos and say that they have these things and all of a sudden they're feeling better? Like, I was kind of thinking that it was paid advertisement and and
You
whatnot.
thought 150 client interviews were paid advertisement?
I know, that's why like it can't be true. Like these people just seem too real for it to be fake. And then also the money component too, like because we're from Canada, so the exchange rate isn't in our favor.
Right.
So that was a little extra. And yeah, but I knew I had to do something because everybody was suffering around me, including myself. And Colby needed change. And so
yeah, my thing was what she was doing wasn't making her any better. She was getting worse than anything, and we just needed to try something. It didn't work. We could say at least we tried it, right?
Right. Well, you know, the most expensive thing to lose that we have, the most limited commodity we have is what? Time. And time spent suffering, to me, is the most expensive waste of our most limited resource. You know, time is short. So, all right, fast forward. It's been about a year since you've done our program. Where are your results at? Because we mentioned swelling, whole body stiffness, pain. Let's go through swelling. Where's your swelling right now?
I don't have any.
What? Say what?
I don't. Look at my rings. They're even too big.
Wait a minute. You're a paid actor.
I know.
Yeah, we just wanted bigger rings.
That's what it was. You just bought bigger rings. Is that what happened?
I need more diamonds. No. Yeah, no. My swelling level is currently at a 0. I had a lot of swelling in my ankles too, and I do not have any swelling there currently.
Okay. Pain. Where's your pain level?
My pain level is at like a 1. The only place where I can really report pain is in my right shoulder. And before I even started your course, it was way past a 10. Like I couldn't even move it. And now I might feel it a little bit when I'm laying on my side in bed while I sleep. Like it's a 1. Pain is 1, not even.
Where's your stiffness and your mobility?
Honestly, I don't really have too much stiffness. I would scale it as a 1, 2, and I wouldn't even put it towards my autoimmunity. I would just put it towards, because I'm getting a little bit older. But
so old. So stiffness is like 0 or 1 or 2 at most. What about sore throat? This is more Sjogren stuff.
This one is a huge win for me because I've had a sore throat even before me and Colby were married, and I don't have a sore throat. It's amazing.
I think you're holding out on me. You've never shared the sore throat with me.
It's been, I think in our first mastermind call, that was like my biggest thing was the sore throat. I remember I don't know if I voiced it, but in my head I did, because it was huge for me, and it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then finally the fatigue.
Yeah, the fatigue is off. I'm still tired, but nothing like it was. I can go through a whole day and power through, and still have a little bit of energy at night left over. I don't feel like I have to take naps during the day.
I'm going to ask you a question, Colby. In your wildest dreams, did you think her going through this program could get results like this? Was this even in the list of expectations?
Definitely a hope, I guess. Me personally, I didn't really have any expectations on the course, because even a little change or a bit of direction would have been a win. I honestly wasn't expecting this. I wouldn't say I was skeptical, because I was the one kind of pushing her to do it and try it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, hopefully it gets a little bit better so she can live her life half normal.
I was going to get my whole wife back, my girlfriend back.